appears, just a short stretch away. The baton is heavy and sweaty in my hands, and my legs feel like absolute rubber. My sore arms pump harder and faster towards the finish line, propelling my body forward. Finally, I cross and slow to a halt. A variety of feelings washes over me. I want to throw up, to lay on the ground, and most importantly, to never run again. Another feeling runs through my mind: relief. At least it's over. For most, running is not an enjoyable experience. I am usually one of those people. Still, I am quite thankful for the time that I have had on the Litchfield track team and can thoroughly say that I enjoy each and every meet and practice. I am particularly proud of one recent experience from last track season. Each season, our team attends the Sauk Rapids Mega Meet, along with 20 other teams. Most athletes are reluctant to give up their lazy Saturday for an early wake-up call and a day spent around a hot track. While we wait for events to start, our team takes turns complaining about the event schedule of the day. One teammate is particularly eager to get rid of her leg of the 4x4 relay. As she searches to find a replacement, I think about what it might be like to run in the 4x4. When I first joined track in 7th grade, the 4x4 was easily one of the highlights of the meet. It garnered the most attention, both from fans and athletes alike, both eager to head home for the night and ready to cheer on their final relay. As athletes graduated and new talent replaced old, our team gradually dropped from one of the top in the state to usually earning 5th or 6th each meet. Because of this change, the idea of running the 4x4 was more realistic for me. As a long distance runner, the 4x4 is not easy. 400s are very hard to run, and sprint hack practices had taught me to simply just run to survive the 400 rather than to run with a goal in mind. I was nervously waiting for my time on the track. Finally, as the meet slowed to a close, the baton was slapped into my hand. My entire body burned as I sprinted the entire lap around the track. My only goal in mind was to get to the finish line and never run a 400 again. As the season neared its close, a meet date was shifted due to weather, leaving a spot open on the 400. Because of the date shift, one of the original 400 medley relay members was unable to attend the meet. Remembering my willingness to try a new event and take the 4x4 spot, my coaches cited me for the position, remembering my ability to go with the flow and to not complain. I was proud the coaches thought of me as a reliable teammate, but was not exactly excited to run the 400 again. The meet day came, and the baton was smacked into my hand. As I started the lap, I tried to avoid all thoughts and just run. This is not an easy task. Already by the 150 mark, my body was begging for me to stop, though my legs felt like they continued to run, leaving the rest of my body behind to collapse to the track. As we finally rounded the final corner, the final 4 runners were ready and lined up on the finish line. All I wanted was to get to the end in one piece. My legs felt like absolute jelly as I slapped the baton into the final runner's hand and yelled for her to run. The sound of slapping spikes on the track filled my ears as my body slowed to a jarring halt. I immediately doubled over in pain and wheezed to catch my breath for what felt like hours. After probably only about 30 seconds, I stood and turned to watch the final runners come into the finish line. The joy of finishing the event that I felt in my body was evident on the other runners' faces. Running is often painful in the moment. Through this experience, I learned that the pain is not what is important. The feeling of accomplishment is. The relief of completion, the total exhaustion of giving your all, and the appreciation of finishing a task you felt impossible just a mere minute ago is all part of the end of race feeling. I am simply happy to have competed in a sport that I clearly enjoy, with an amazing team alongside me to support me and cheer me on at all times. When I look back, I am quite proud to say that I did my best, even though it wasn't the best split time, and I would clearly do it again in a heartbeat if needed. Having my coaches and teammates recognize me as someone who can be counted on is an absolute honor. And this was the time when I was at my best.